Welcome to City Cooks, everybody. For more than 20 years, Earls' fresh food concept has grown into a massive restaurant empire. They have more than 50 locations across North America. And last month, Earls' chefs from across Canada were really put to the test when they competed in a culinary competition, as you can see right there. And the prize, joining the Canadian Culinary Olympic team in Germany. And with us today is Regional Chief Chef here, Cam Armstrong. Hi, Cam.
Hi, Simi. How are you?
Good. How tough was that competition?
It was, we actually had a competition 2 years ago for the same kind of outcome for a tournament-style prize. And this competition was by far 10 times more exhilarating with the competition. It was
You're pitting employee against employee.
Exactly. It's a little good competition with some friendly eats and some great times shared with everyone.
Wow, okay, you were one of the judges there. In fact, we're going to have your winner coming up a little bit later in the show today. But first of all, let's talk about Earls and what we're going to be making right here.
So what we're going to do here is this is one of our dishes that we just brought on the menu for our spring and summer editions. Okay. It's a beef and broccolini dish.
Oh, I see. So just not to make it beef and broccoli. This is exactly different, right?
So we kind of kick it up a notch with broccolini, which is actually a cross between broccoli and Chinese kale.
I know, it's yummy. So would this be what on your main dish?
Yes, this is this is an appetizer or a main dish. You could put it on chow mein noodles or even on some jasmine rice.
Okay, well let's get started then, because we probably have a lot of work to do, right? So very, very hot wok.
Very, very hot wok. That's so important. If you do not have a hot wok, you're not going to get the color and caramelization on top of the beef.
In other words, don't start until the wok is hot?
Exactly.
Okay.
Smoking is good. Just a little bit of vegetable oil.
See, I get freaked out when my wok starts doing that, but you're right. The smoking part is good.
Smoking is good. You don't want
fire. Not good.
Fire is not good, definitely. We're going to add some red onions.
Okay.
Some fresh slivered ginger slices. And some Fresno chilies.
What are Fresno chilies? The red hot ones?
Fresno chilies are, it's actually a mild spice chili.
I'm just taking a step back there, because anytime I see chilies in hot oil and smoke, I know what's coming my way.
That actually means coughing.
Yeah, exactly. Noxious fumes. That's what that's going to be.
But yeah, actually a Fresno chili is almost related to a jalapeno. It's just got a little bit more of a thinner skin.
Okay.
But it's got a nice mellow flavor as a jalapeno does.
So we don't have to worry about all the ones that you put in there, right?
Absolutely not.
Okay. How did you get started with Earls? How do you get a job like regional chef? That's pretty good.
Actually, I was at the right place at the right time.
I tell people that. You're supposed to tell them it's hard work.
Very hard work.
Yeah.
I started off as a dishwasher just over 10 years ago at the Port Coquitlam location. And throughout the ranks of the line, working as an appetizer cook, salads cook.
So you really have worked your way up from sort of the beginning.
Absolutely.
At the restaurant.
And that's the beauty of Earls restaurants, is you have the ability to make or break what you want your future to be. So
there's no limit.
There was no limit. I didn't know that I wanted to be a chef when I first came to Earls. I just it was a great place to work, and it was the destination, and I'm still there.
That's great. Now we put some beef in there. Now, what kind of a cut of beef and what do we do to it?
So this is sliced sirloin beef. It's about 6.5 ounces here. And what we want to do is, like we talked about with the hot wok, we want to get some nice color on it. Take some.
You marinated that ahead of time, right?
Yes, actually.
Don't be leaving out the little secrets that make the dish work, okay?
Okay. So this is a velveting process.
So what?
Velveting, which
like
actually
means
velvet. Smoothing it out, or actually breaking down some of the connective tissue and making it actually more tender.
Well, how do we do that? What is the velveting process?
Yeah.
Have you cooked the broccoli ahead of time? Was it blanched?
The broccolini is pre-blanched for about 3 minutes in heavily salted water. And the salt of the water, that'll actually make it retain a lot of the color, and it'll give it a lot of flavor as well.
Okay. And now what are you putting in?
So what I'm going to put in is our soy sauce. This is going to be oyster sauce here.
All right.
And about a half teaspoon of minced garlic.
Okay. And I have to do some green onion for you, right? You want a fancy green onion, or
exactly.
How do I do the fancy schmancy?
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut it at a slant.
Like this?
That's perfect.
Just like that.
With some pepper here.
Okay.
Just gonna season that on the top. And then with Earls uses Himalayan sea salt, so we're gonna
hit it
with some salt there for sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's on a little plank.
That's on a little plank. It's best to soak the plank in water for actually a full day, just so that it actually will retain a lot of the moisture. And when you put it in the oven, it'll steam, and you'll get that natural cedar flavor.
So we'll show everybody. This is what it looks like when it's all ready to go into the oven, right?
Exactly.
This has been soaked. Just salt and pepper on the perfect piece of halibut there.
Just salt and pepper.
What temperature is the oven at?
We're gonna put the oven up to 400 degrees, and we're gonna cook that for about 12 to 15 minutes, depending on the thickness of the piece of fish.
Okay, you know what? The thing is, here on the West Coast, we've seen this done with salmon so often, but I don't think I've ever seen it done with halibut.
Not yet. We do have a cedar plank salmon on our menu as well, and this was our first application of putting an alternate fish.
No, I want to ruin it.
Alrighty. So we're gonna aim to get the most majority of it on the top there, and it's okay if some of it falls off. It's gonna be
looks good that way, right?
It's gonna be some of the natural piling.
Okay, Cam, that looks great. You finish that up with a little bit of dressing around the bottom there, right?
Absolutely.
We're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk to the winner of your culinary competition that we saw earlier. Okay, stay with us. Obviously, this isn't enough to cook it because, like you say, it's got to be braised for quite some time.
No,
right?
It's very important that you do this on really high heat. You want to release that, as Cam explained earlier, those caramelized sugars that already exist within the meat. And also, some people may be worried as they're doing this, so they see that these spices are starting to darken.
I did see that, yeah.
They're actually, don't worry, they're releasing more flavor. You don't end up with a bitter texture or a finish on the palate at all.
John, how did you come up with the idea for this? Like, this is, like you say, a little bit different from what they've got on the menu. Why this?
Well, I wanted something, like we have some wonderful mojitos and margaritas, and we have a lot of delicious Asian-influenced dish, but I wanted something that was a little more Southwest flavor. And I went to Mexico, and there's this misconception in Canada especially that Mexican food is deep fried.
Right.
Tacos, nachos, even quesadillas sometimes so heavy on the cheese that it's not a traditional Mexican dish. So I wanted to try and see if I could do that within the world of Earls.
Nice. Okay, now I have to do something.
I added the tequila.
That was tequila?
That was tequila. So I deglaze that, take off all those sugars again, put them back into the sauce, and let it reduce by at least half.
Okay.
It's very sweet when it reduces.
And then what else did you put in?
Lime juice.
Okay.
Chicken stock.
Yeah.
Tomato paste and some lime zest.
All right, and then you were those chipotle? 2
chipotle peppers. You can, again, various levels of chipotle. They have a wonderful smoky flavor.
Okay, and very quickly, what else do I have to put in here?
Chili powder.
A little chili powder and?
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper and a little Tabasco.
And a couple shots of Tabasco.
Oh, there's a little spiciness to this dish, isn't there? There's some kind of peppers in here. Okay, so a couple shots of Tabasco. We'll get this all ready. In the meantime, we're going to take a break here, guys. And when we come back, we'll show you our finished presentation of this award-winning dish. Don't go away. There, John. Nice doing.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at it. Now, explain to me, obviously, it was a little bit more progressed from where we last saw this.
Yeah.
So what did you do to this?
We took the spicy corn and black bean salsa. The beef that has been finished, come out of the oven, we finished it with some Fresno chilies on top of it, cooked in with the braising liquid just to reduce it down.
Okay.
And a fresh salsa of tomato, red onion, cilantro, and lime juice.
What's the green sauce on the plate?
Avocado, basically an avocado cream sauce, sour cream, avocado, a little bit of heavy cream, and lots of lime juice.
A little bit of heavy cream. See, there's secrets in the little sauces on the plate. You always have to ask about that. And the meat, you just shredded that and put that on there?
Just like a pulled pork. Just took the whole short rib out and pulled it up.
I love short ribs. It's so good. I can't wait to dig into that. All right, now Cam, tell me about the halibut dish.
So this is a cedar plank halibut that has been baked in the oven 400 degrees for about 15 minutes. We've added a Mediterranean salsa on top with a kind of an Italian sherry wine vinaigrette, consisting of red onions, cucumber, red peppers.
Very nice and light.
Very nice and light. Great for the summertime.
Okay, and the beef and broccolini.
Beef and broccoli.
Beef and broccoli, right?
Exactly.
Take it up a notch.
Exactly. Yeah, so we've got some sirloin beef seared with some Fresno chilies, some garlic, and some ginger. And then we've tossed that in with our pre-blanched broccolini, finished it off with some soy sauce and oyster sauce, and
very
then
tasty.
Topped it off with some sesame seeds.
I snuck a bite of that earlier. It was very good. Listen, very well done, guys. And congratulations, John, on winning that. And Cam, thank you very much for sharing all the Earls secret recipes with us today.
Thank you very much for having
us. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time on City Cooks. Thank you. Good job. And you didn't leave anything out.